Hey everyone, it's Sunday, March 18th, 2018, and I've been working on music for a while. But I was late again to today's session, which is a no-no. It was a very observable mistake last night that I made, just overextending myself time-wise, getting to bed late, and just getting distracted by a bunch of things this morning. But it's typical stuff, stuff that I've been dealing with for a while. But I'm starting to see the pattern a lot more clearly in the moment of decision where I go off track, and I think that's going to be the key for me to staying on track going forward. So I'm optimistic for sure. Um, and it just takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of self discipline and reflection, and that's it. It's really not that bad. So I just jumped straight into working. I hit the online class front, art of music production class. Did an interesting exercise on artist identity, which is about coming up with sort of like a catchphrase to describe your music. And it's funny because I've spent a lot of time on that, and the instructor's formula that he uses is not dissimilar to what I've been using myself. So that's always a good thing. And the exercise is you think of a band that you're influenced by that you think is similar to your sound, and then you think of another band you're influenced by that's totally different, that contrasts with that sound, and then you think of what makes you unique, what's your differentiating factor, and then you put one and two together, and you say one meets two with a healthy dose of the thing that makes you unique or something. So I think what I came up with for my stuff, I have a few of them that I knock around depending on who I'm talking to and what their musical palette is like. But the most relatable one, or the one that I think most people would know, would be think Red Hot Chili Peppers meets U2 as a one-man band. So I'm having fun with that, and it's something that I think is interesting and curious, but also weird enough that it would probably turn off the types of people who wouldn't necessarily be into my music. Um, and I think that's good. That's kind of what I want, is just like, let me find the people who are really excited about it, and let me not worry about the people who probably aren't, for now, until I get to the mass exposure phase, which I just don't know if I ever want to be that kind of artist, but we'll see. Things can change. From there, I jumped on the drums, just warmed up quickly, and just got into working on this third chorus part that I was fleshing out yesterday, and started getting some of the details of the transcription locked in. Like, there's a fill that's in a really interesting and syncopated place, so that took a while to get locked in. And then there's a couple little nuanced parts where, like, I'm switching from the hi-hat over to the double kick pedal and stuff, and just working out some of those kinks. And it's not even 100% there yet, but I spent maybe an hour and a half on it, and then my body started letting me know, like, okay, that's probably enough for the day. And I really wanted to listen to that now. I feel like before I got sick, I didn't have good habits around that, just overextend myself pretty regularly. And that just leads to kind of burning out physically, which sucks, on a lot of levels. So, older, wiser, I think that's what it's all about. And yeah, I left that in a pretty good place. I just videoed the part so I can come back in tomorrow and keep tightening it up. And I realized the most efficient way, I think, for me to track this stuff going forward is to do a little bit more of that nuance work up front before I hit the record button. So that by the time I hit the record button, the part is just like, boom, I own it, and I can just focus on the emotion and the delivery and the nuance of it. So I'm going to have some food right now, take a break, rest up, and dive back in a few. Okay, definitely not the greatest day overall, but not terrible. I just didn't stick to my plan as closely as I like to, and I just wasn't in the zone today all day doing that. And I tried to get back on track a couple times, and I'm going to try to get back on track right now. And it's just hard once I get off track. Usually one clip back into the groove helps, but I can tell I'm in kind of a softer spot today. And that's just a day where it's more challenging to do that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I think I know what I need to do to fix that. So anyway, I during my break got into listening to some new music, which I was pleasantly surprised by. This Seven Dust record called Kill the Flaw. And I listened to it a while ago and it didn't hook me, but sonically I just really liked what they did with the mix, which is the drums and the vocals are just so loud. They're unbelievably loud. And I just thought, man, that's so cool. I really want to get deeper into this. So I looked at how they made the record and who mixed it and who produced it, which is one of the band members, impressively. And yeah, they had this dude doing programs, synths, and stuff on it. And I was like, okay, I can see they really had a team of great people working on this album. And yeah, I got deeper into the story behind the band and stuff like that, which is really cool. I'm really enjoying just learning about their process and what they like to do. And I bought a CD. I bought a CD because I'm building a reference track list, and I've been using Spotify for my reference tracks, which has been fine for like learning purposes because it's 320 kilobytes per second. But I just looked it up, and apparently CD quality sample rate is like 1400 kilobits per second or something. So we're talking about like a 3x difference in sample quality. And then that led me to high definition audio, and I thought I knew that there were these HD download sites, but apparently high res audio's sample rate is significantly higher, like 30 times the sample rate of MP3s. So I'm going to look into downloading some albums in high res audio, which I'm really, really excited about, and I think that's going to take my mixing to the next level more than anything else. I mean, the new room is going to help a lot, but just having reference material that's insanely high quality is going to push me, because I do mix in 44,000 sample rate and 24-bit sample rate sessions, and that's what I record in. So listening to finished music that's at that sample rate is going to really, really push me. And that's really what I want right now as far as the mixes go. I want it to be commercial quality, commercial grade quality, and I'm just excited. So that's a really important discovery today. In the second half of the session, I dug deeper into the 7 Death stuff, and then I edited a video from 2 days ago. I'm behind on that again, which says a lot about where I am today. And that just happens, and it's okay to make mistakes, but this is a mistake that's just plagued me for a long time, so I really want to fix it. And then I got into listening to some of the takes I did the last couple days for the new tune, and they're improving. You know, that's the good news. It's definitely not where I want it to be yet, but I'm getting some valuable data about the performance and the groove and different, you know, elements of how that feels, and also the sonics of what I'm doing. And yeah, it just needs a little bit more work, a little bit more practice, but I'm getting better, so that's important. And I'm also just realizing that my estimate of how long certain things will take is often way off. You know, I just think I'm going to be able to get something done way faster than I actually am going to be able to do it. And so that definitely makes me feel a little bit better about the past 3 months, which I've started to reflect on, because I'm going to be getting back into a more normal work type situation where I'm not going to be doing music 100% full time, although I'll probably still be able to get a lot of hours in. But I've just realized, like, man, you know, I'm really bummed that I didn't get done as much as I wanted to, and I think I just underestimated how much time it takes to write a record at the level that I'm trying to create one by myself. You know, if I had a guitar player and a drummer and, you know, hired out a ton of professionals, I probably could have knocked it out just 10 times faster. I mean, you know, these guys who just, they're machines, you know, and they'll just knock out whatever you give them. That costs money. And, you know, that also doesn't push me as a player. You know, it definitely would make it much more like just running a business, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to hire these people who are really good at what they do. I'm going to try to assemble the best team I can, and I'm going to try to compete in the marketplace. You know, I'm going to try to offer the best product possible. And I may wind up going that route, but this is something I've just really wanted to do. I really want to understand the process end to end, and I think if I eventually go the route I just mentioned, that doing all this work myself will really, really help me understand the high level view of things and know exactly what I'm looking for and how to get it well. And you know, I'm open to change, but for now this is what I wanted to do, and this is part of my journey, part of my learning experience, and that's just going to be what it's going to be. But I'm happy with the way the material is coming out, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. And however much work that takes is how much work that takes, and it's okay. So In some ways, I think going back to work on other stuff is going to help me because it's going to put more pressure on me. And I do think I got a little soft a few weeks back, and I've been trying to, really just make sure that I'm performing up to my standards. And I think I'll be more efficient, when there's more time pressure on me, honestly. I mean, I might not be as relaxed, but I think I'll get more done uh, in less total hours. So it might be more total days because I'm not working double days, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing, just sharing my process and trying to just get good at enjoying it because it's taking longer than I thought it would, and I don't want to hate my life. I don't want to choose to do music and do what I love and then, turn it into something that's terrible to do and really, just uncomfortable. I mean, it's okay being uncomfortable. It's okay having things be difficult, but I want to enjoy the discomfort knowing it's going to pay off, and I think that's where I am right now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Can't wait.